Welcome back to Goshen Prepping, everybody. I am glad you're here. When we talk about prepping, preparedness, stockpiling, all these things you must do, because one of the major scenarios that's going to play out, it is inevitable, is our economy is going to crash. And that fiat currency we call the dollar, all that green stuff, is going to become worthless. And we have to be ready for this. This is not just me talking, but economists and experts are all saying it is coming. For example, an article that just came out, mounting evidence is pointing to a nightmare scenario for the U.S. economy. And here's what it comes down to. It's not so much we risk stagflation. No, we're already there. We have basically pulled forward trillions of dollars of economic growth by borrowing from the future, but that must be repaid at some point, and it is highly inefficient as well. Obviously, just not smart money management. So quickly, just some numbers to look at. The U.S. national debt climbed above $34 trillion for the first time. That was the beginning of the year, and now it's up to $34.6 trillion, and it's increased by $6.8 billion since Biden took office in 2021. But even worse, look at this. The Congressional Budget Office projects that interest payments will total $870 billion just for interest in 2024, $951 billion in 2025, $1.6 trillion 10 years from now, $12 trillion 20 years from now. And that is what we must pay attention to, because when we talk about the money, and we borrow it, which really means, by the way, hey, feds, print it off for us, even though you're in the United States. It's not a federal institution. And then give us the money, and we'll pay that money back with interest that you created out of nothing in the first place. It's not based on anything. It's not based on gold, nothing. It's just a fiat currency that's in reality worthless. But the problem is this. They continuously borrow more. You know, we have more programs we want to spend money on, borrow more. We want to fight this war, borrow more. We want to, and fill in the blank, borrow more. And the problem is it's not going like this. That would be bad enough. If it's a nice linear, basically, line going up as far as debt, it is exponentially going up because we're in the billions now. We're looking at soon, it's going to be in the trillions. Then after that, we're looking at tens of trillions. It is, and here's what it comes down to. It is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. If you did this in your house, you're going to declare bankruptcy. You're going to lose everything. That's what we're looking at for the economy. Okay, so with that, there is one nice little feature that comes into play for us preppers who see that what's going on, and people are seeing this more and more by the day, by the way. We're seeing that as we see the inflation going up and as we see our debt going up and up and up, the actual value of the dollar goes down, down, down. We see the rise of things like not fiat currencies like gold and silver is going up and up and up, because that's something we can put our money in, because eventually when that dollar collapses, you're going to see gold and silver and precious metals at the highest amount that it really could go. And you're going to basically, if you do this the right way, bypass all the problems coming to America. Because from this Visual Capitalist website, this is a fantastic website, by the way. They put everything in capitalism and finances and stuff visually so you can see what's going on. Look at this. Here's the dollar's spending power, the purchase power of the U.S. dollar. We're talking about 1910. It was way up, started going down, down, down to the 20s, 30s. Now we see through the Great Depression, criminalized the possession of gold by Roosevelt. Yeah, thanks. Going down, down, down. And look at this. It just deflates and deflates. 50s, 60s, 70s. Gold standards abandoned. Thank you, Nixon. And it goes where, I mean, look at this. It is simply just a small fraction of what it used to be just simply 100 years ago. Now we're down, way down here, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. But on a good note, as we see the purchasing power of that garbage thing we call currency going down, we see the value of gold going up and up and up and up. So there it is. When we talk about precious metals, we'll certainly see there's a way we can secure our future. And that is, by definition, prepping, preparedness. We want to prepare for the future so we can survive what's coming. Because understand, when the economy crashes, we're going to see problems with people paying taxes. Therefore, police officers are not going to get as much money, or we're going to be cutting police force. Ambulances, hospitals, government programs are all going to be axed. Not all of them completely, but certainly a lot of them. And we need to be able to take care of ourselves. And that's why we prep, right? We stockpile water. We stockpile food. We stockpile all kinds of good stuff. And we should also stockpile a financial security as well. Because when we look at the NASDAQ, who, obviously we're talking about the stock market here, they look at the gold price forecast. Will elevated interest rates impact future gold demand? Of course it will. That's what we just saw from that chart. So basically, as we see the feds printing off a ridiculous amount of money, not for you and me, by the way, for whatever they want to spend it on, you name the program or plan, they blow it like it's like a kid in a candy store. You and I pay for it, literally, physically have to pay for all this, and your spending dollar doesn't go as well. Because, I mean, look, back in the day, when we were kids, remember those nostalgic days, your parents literally could just work a job. A lot of times it's just a dad worked a job, and the job didn't have to be like this engineering job. You could literally work in a grocery store, and it would be enough to pay all your bills because the currency was worth something. Now, you could have both parents working in a house and still struggle to make ends meet. And I know you know this. Let's not even think about retirement and saving up for other stuff too. It's just the scenario we're in is unsustainable. But gold is not. And that's why we see right here why gold prices are at record highs. And that's what we're seeing as gold is going through the roof. Investors who expect the Federal Reserve to cut its benchmark interest rates are the main force driving up prices, but the surge is boosted by other factors, including, here it is, central banks, led by China, buying up gold to ease resilience on the U.S. dollar. The central banks see gold as a long-term store of value and a safe haven during those times of economic and international turmoil, even so much so that Costco has been selling gold bars. Long story short, it comes down to this. There's two reasons to get gold. You can really narrow it down to two things. First off, investment purposes. Let's say you do have a little bit extra money, you want to invest it, stock market, kind of finagling, Bitcoins, whatever the thing is you want to invest in, it's always a little shaky. But one guaranteed thing we see is as the economy is crashing, gold prices are going up. So buying gold right now, if you're doing it for investment, retirement purposes, is an excellent idea. But secondly, you want to do it too, because when we talk about the economy crashing and hyperinflation, people can't afford a loaf of bread, gold will become even more valuable. And so the best way, I believe, for you to invest in gold, for both those reasons, by the way, are GoldBacks. And I invest in a lot of GoldBacks. Now, I'm going to talk about this summer, because it's just starting to finally get warm here in Michigan. Yard sale season is basically cranking up. And I'm going to be taking GoldBacks to some of the different yard sales. You can do this to stores, by the way. It's not just yard sales. But I'm going to be taking them to yard sales and see if I can actually use these GoldBacks to buy stuff. So here it is. One GoldBack is approaching $5 for one of them. So I can go up to somebody at a yard sale, even show them the website. Like right now, it's up to $5. And I would like to buy that lantern, that Coleman lantern. You have $5 on there. Would you take a GoldBack? And I can't wait to do this. And I'm going to video it and put it on the channel. I think most people will be like, sure, why not? Because first off, it's only $5. Like that old lantern, I don't use it anyway. It's kind of neat. And you can show how gold is rising up. It's a smart investment for him and me. I get a lantern, and he gets a GoldBack, which, as we see the economy crashing, it's not going to reverse, by the way. The price of gold goes up and up. So that GoldBack for him isn't going to be worth $5 in the future. It's going to be worth more, if you follow the statistics. But secondly, when we talk about crap hitting the fan, and that's what it comes down to. Granted, you can't eat GoldBacks. They're not just the tastiest things in the world, but gold has this alluring shimmer of stuff. And basically, as people realize that their currency is not worth anything, the American dollar can't buy anything anymore, people don't look for just food, by the way. They look for a new way to trade, a new way for basically a new type of currency, because the American dollar won't do it. And GoldBacks come into play with that as well. So for me personally, when I have some extra money, I invest in GoldBacks. I buy these. I buy the big stack ones. I like my GoldBack wallet, and I keep in here some of the, pop it open, some of the bigger denominations, which I'll be honest with you, I just think it's cool. Having like these huge, look, there's a 50, big old thick gold 50. And this right now this is 1/20th an ounce. So you can take all these and buy different things with these, and it sets it up. So literally you can buy and sell with them. You can do that right now. We haven't even seen crap hit the fan. Right now, more and more stores across the country are now taking GoldBacks. Because look, it's not just for crap hits the fan. It's for now, because the dollar is weakening. It's going down, down, down. As it goes down, gold goes up and up and up. And now we have a new currency that we can use instead of the dollar to go into stores. Now, granted, I admit, not every single store takes a GoldBack. And I would say more than likely, Walmart probably never will. But when we want to shop mom and pop shops, that's what it's all about. Going back to supply, basically bringing up and helping out, the little guy. Because Walmart, for example, and Amazon are trying to basically punch down and make it so there are no more little shops anymore. These can come in handy. In fact, what you find more times than not, when you go into a business owner and say, oh, look, here's a little mom and pop store that sells like some bread and, a few things like that, they usually have the mindset of the dollar is so worthless and weak that I want an alternative, and they may actually start taking GoldBacks. You can ask them, and a lot of stores are start putting little GoldBack signs in the window because they're becoming the new currency. But it's great, obviously, because of this in reality for three things. You can use it now as the currency goes down. You can also use it, obviously, when crap hits the fan, but it's also an amazing investment. And that's why I have GoldBacks, and that's why I love it. I'll admit, I have lots of different types of diverse ways to basically secure my future. Food, water. I have silver. I have constitutional silver, or, as some people call it, junk silver. I have lots of things like that. But gold continuously goes up and up and up and up and up, while our currency value goes down, 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 and down. It's a smart investment, but also an investment in our future as far as preparedness goes. So in the link below, you'll see a thing for Alpine gold. There's lots of places to get GoldBacks, by the way. That's the one I highly recommend. It is the best one to go to, so you can get your GoldBacks now. I recommend now too, by the way, and you don't have to buy a lot of them. If you have a little bit extra money here, pick up some. A little bit extra money there, pick up some. And of course, at Goshen Prepping, we'll continuously talk about this and how valuable they are, especially as I go yard sailing and see if I can get some Coleman lanterns or whatever with my GoldBacks. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you stop over there, check out Alpine Gold, set up an account for free, and start securing your future. Thanks for watching.